And I think we're live. All right, good. Hey, everybody, some gadget guy here. In a live video hangout, I'm gonna be rambly as all crap because I don't normally go live. I prefer having my thoughts edited to preserve my video length because I already do long enough videos as it is. But a little over a week ago, I reached out during one of my FFC vlogs, and I needed some help from you guys who have been subscribed to my channel and watching my videos and sharing my videos. I want to start producing look back video reviews on some of the gadgets that we've been using long term, just to see how they've been holding up 6 months after we've gotten them, maybe a year, 2 years after we've gotten them. As I kind of feel we get really caught up in that the excitement of the brand new. You know, when a new phone drops, that's all we can talk about, and we don't often go back to see whether or not those gadgets actually lived up to the hype, whether they actually did fulfill all of the expectations created of them, and whether or not the advertising or the marketing on those gadgets were in any way, shape, or form accurate. So I reached out to you guys and I threw together a little contest. And so we have a Kingston Mobilite, a wireless card reader, and a 32 gigabyte Kingston USB flash drive ready to go for the person who came up with the name that I liked the best to name this new video segment, this new show segment that we're wanting to do here on Some Gadget Guy. So I was going to announce the winners on Monday. I was going to let the contest go for a week and then pick all of the entries that were applicable and pick a winner from there. But I was kind of blown away by some of the amazing suggestions that I got on what to name the show. So before we even get into announcing a winner, I just have to send a huge double thumbs up thank you of glory to all the people that threw in suggestions, because I got some amazing stuff, and it really did appreciate the participation from all of the people in the YouTube tech community that have been reaching out and supporting my videos and sharing my videos and talking about my channel and my content, and are helping me try to produce future content. I mean, that actually means a lot to me. So I definitely want to say thank you very, very much. And I want to talk about a few of the suggestions that we got, because I thought some of them were really cool. Now, what I thought was interesting is a lot of people went kind of harsh, like fully expecting most gadgets to not survive. Theistus, and I think I've probably mispronounced his YouTube handle there, had a number of suggestions like post-review cleanup, tech rewind, endurance test. 6 months later, and then my favorite, buyer's remorse, which is just really hardcore. Jolla Users YT channel had forgotten gadgets. Again, that's brutal. That is really hardcore for a lot of this tech, and I definitely think that a number of those suggestions that were coming in negative like that were coming from that position where I think we're all aware of how often we get our hopes up on a gadget, and then it doesn't quite live up to our expectations, and then we feel like we didn't really get what we were marketed, or we didn't really get what we were sold. And so I typically try to look for the positive. So as much as I enjoyed a lot of those suggestions where people were just really brutal with what I should be naming these show segments, I'm trying to have a conversation about pushing, sort of tech and lifestyle together. And so my expectations tend to be just a little bit more reasonable anyway, and sort of sharing that discussion with our users. I'm looking for something that's going to encourage people to talk about their technology experiences rather than just kind of fall into that all too easy trap of just bashing everything on the internet. We had a couple of just like funny ones. Cans of Illusion, HYD, which would have stood for How You Doing. Always nice to have little friends shout out right there. We had a lot of acronyms. Like Cans of Illusion, like the HYD, and FBT, Flashback Tech, Flashback Gadget. There was another one, DIW from Liban, and I thought this was kind of cool. Did it work? That's actually kind of a cool idea. But in going through a number of these show names, I really wanted to try and focus on a name rather than an acronym. A lot of the really easily accessible acronyms that I might have considered for a show like this are actually already being used. I think Engadget does IRL, in real life. I was even thinking maybe AFK, but then that's kind of silly because I actually have to go to the internet to share these videos, so it's not really away from my keyboard. It's actually just sort of another part of using technology and the internet and streaming media to share. So that really sort of didn't make sense in my brain. Some other ones that I liked Juan C. Montoya, Intravenous Review. So, did this get into my blood? I liked Samuel's suggestion of on second thought, and then being able to abbreviate it as OST, which sounds like something kind of cool and militaristic. Toon Millie with quarter life test, or QLT for short. Sort of examining what the quarter life of a gadget was, but also, and again, this is getting super nitpicky in how much thought I was putting into the vibe and tone of this show. I don't want to just talk about a gadget 6 months into it. I mean, I do want to talk about a gadget 6 months into it, but I don't want to stop the conversation there. I want to be able to talk about it even longer. Like, you get to the end of a 2-year contract, and then just taking a quick look back. Did it even survive a 2-year contract? We had a lot of people suggesting flashback and retrospective and reminiscence, refresh. The name I almost went with, and this is for two people suggested this. One was a guy named Darren, and I can't find. Oh no, I can't find who else did the other suggestion because it was really good. Oh, and Mike Broderick. So Darren and Mike Broderick, both independently of each other, came up with the name Tech Check. And I almost went with that. It's simple, it's straightforward, it tells you exactly what the tone of the video is going to be, sort of a tech check-in or tech check-back. Unfortunately, that is also the name of a very, very popular technology YouTube channel in German. So my new show segment would constantly be competing for sort of mind share against a really popular German CNET style production, and I just don't have the budget or the capital to go up against a well-funded magazine show style production company on something like that. So unfortunately, my absolute favorite out of all of the suggestions that people sent in, I wasn't able to go with that. And then we had a couple others like supplemental, addendum. Richard Allen threw in one, which I thought was really cool, called SITREP, situation report. I don't know that I'm cool enough to pull that off. It was very sort of militaristic, hey, what's the SITREP on the HTC M7? And that's actually pretty cool, but I wanted something just a little bit simpler, or a little bit more accessible to go with what it is that we're trying to accomplish in revisiting this. So, the name of the new show, and again, this is sort of, I've gone through this rambling explanation of some of my favorite suggestions, just so that I could point out all of the things that I was going through, and looking up a lot of these show names just to make sure there wasn't already a popular property that is already using that name, because there are a bunch where it's like you think that's a really cool idea, and then you look it up on YouTube and you're like, there are 20 other channels that are using names similar to that. But the new show segment that we are going to be producing on Some Gadget Guy, to take a look back and to reminisce and to revisit gadgets that we might have gotten really hyped up about, or maybe gadgets that slipped under our radar, comes courtesy of YouTube follower, subscriber, Alpha Kama. I'm probably butchering that name bad. Alpha has been commenting on my videos almost as long as my channel has been around, and he's been participating in the Board at Work hangouts and sharing videos, and he's just been a wonderful ally in producing content and talking about content online. And his idea was Wayback Wednesdays, so maybe like a WBW. Now, I am really crappy at setting up a production schedule, so in taking his idea, I'm simply going to cut off the day, and we're going to be producing a new series of videos on Some Gadget Guy as we look back at our various gadgets and phones and tablets and accessories, and we're just going to call it Wayback. And he totally won me over. After I couldn't use Tech Check, he totally won me over, and I'm a huge, Sherman sort of a Rocky and Bullwinkle fan, and so the Wayback Machine was something that, as a little kid, I just thought was the coolest idea ever. It's got that little notion of time travel built into it, and it's a very simple, straightforward name for me to be able to announce at the beginning of a new segment. So on this episode of Wayback, we're going to be checking out the HTC M7 1 year after you would have picked it up on contract. So, Alpha, I'm going to be reaching out to you just to get information so that I can send you your new Kingston Mobilite and your new 32 gigabyte USB 2 flash drive. Well, first of all, congratulations, Alpha. I thank you so much. You've helped me in naming and setting up a new show for more content on Some Gadget Guy. and I'm really appreciative of that. But I actually have to share that thank you with the entire community and all of my subscribers, because you guys have been phenomenal to me. And over this last year, I've only been solo as a gadget blogger for a year. I used to write for another outlet. I used to write for other publications. I've only been solo for a year myself. And in August, I'll probably start cressing over into 10,000 subscribers, which for someone who's not a super hot person on the internet or already a celebrity for some other reason, to be able to grow a channel from scratch with very little resources and only through word of mouth and people talking about my videos and sharing my videos has been phenomenal. And you guys have helped so much in helping me to cultivate and maintain new relationships with companies and organizations, so that we'll have stuff to play with and we'll have stuff to talk about. Earlier in the week, I was able to work with that girl Trish, Trisha Hirschberger from SourceFed, in giving away a Gear smartwatch thanks to AT&T. It was part of their mobile review. You know, this type of relationship and being able to have access to these companies and these products would not have been possible if you guys hadn't been out there supporting my channel. And so, as a tease, oh, where did I put the box? Oh, here it is. As a tease, when I cross over 10,000 subscribers, I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but if I'm following the averages on my channel for how many subscribers I'm picking up per day, because I'm starting to land around 30 or 40 subscribers a day because of you guys out there participating and sharing videos. When I cross over 10,000, we're going to do another giveaway. And so I've been a huge fan of what JK Imaging has been doing with the Kodak brand, and we have an AZ522. This is the actual camera that I use to review the 522, and it's a 52x optical zoom point and shoot camera. It's a really sweet little camera, and I think that'll be the perfect way to sort of send off summer, because we'll probably be looking at the middle of August. We'll start looking at back to school, and then if you guys need a new camera, you know, getting into the to the holidays, and you want that really sweet machine that can help you capture all of those memories, then this would definitely be something to kind of keep on the radar, because I'm expecting that we'll cross over 10,000 subscribers in the next couple weeks. I'm so excited. I'm really excited that we're able to see that kind of growth. I'm able to see that kind of growth with you guys, and how amazingly you guys have been supporting me, following me on Twitter, following me on Instagram, sharing photos and videos with me, and we can all talk about this sort of tech goodness together and get into these amazing debates. And hopefully that means that as I continue to grow this channel, I'll have more cool stuff to continue giving away for those of you who are participating. I feel like this is going to be a fun way. Like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We can kind of keep this ball rolling. And I'm really excited that we're going to see continued success for everybody following my 1-year anniversary as a solo blogger and 10,000 subscribers. So, folks, if when you catch this video, shoot Alpha a thumbs up, man, because he helped Some Gadget Guy move forward, and as all of you have been in sharing my content, and I've been really appreciative. As always, thanks so much for watching my videos, sharing my videos, subscribing to my channel, dropping me all those amazing comments. Every time we get into a cool discussion or a conversation online, it just totally reinforces why I got into this in the first place, in wanting to share the human experience of using technology. Hit that thumbs up button, and I will catch you all on the next video.